Good evening. Welcome. Welcome to today. Much better. I had to get out of the stream and come back because the camera. But yeah, I was saying that we joined a little bit earlier because I'm not feeling well. My daughters have been sick and I think they passed it to me. But hello, beautiful souls, and welcome. Welcome to the reset ritual where we're gonna let go of some of our limiting beliefs and all of those stories that are not serving us, we're gonna let that go. But we're gonna work with one limiting belief today, so that way we can set you up for success. If it makes any sense. Yeah, we're gonna work with one limiting belief, and you can use this exercise for anything else. You can use this exercise for any other limiting belief that you have about any other category of your life. Um, so let's take a moment to allow you guys to come back. And I think one of the first things we need to do, let me put my phone on do not disturb. Okay. Um, so let's take a moment and like be stressed. It's 8 p.m. and we are stressed about our day. I recommend you to bring your tea if you need it to. Also, if you don't have any with you, grab some pen and paper because we're going to do a limiting belief exercise together. So my recommendation is that wherever you go, make sure you can be alone for at least 30 minutes, so that way you can do your exercise effectively. Um, and make that your sacred space for the moment. Um, so for context of what's going on today, if you're new, you don't know about me, my name is L Lopez, and I am the owner of my wellness elixir, where every Monday I send you a free email where I like to give you the tools that you need to set you up for the week when it comes to your health and wellness. And in that email, we work with mind, body, and food. We start with choosing a theme for the week, which this week's theme was all about decluttering. And I give you a journal prompt, I give you a affirmation, and I also give you a challenge so that way you can go through it during the week. And again, it's meant as a tool to help you and set you up for success. Um, so yeah, that's where it came from, this week challenge. So we did something different for this week challenge, and I give you a challenge for every day of the week because again, we are decluttering. So we are decluttering all aspects of our life when it comes to our phones, our home, and this challenge was about your mindset, your limiting belief. So usually it's a quick, simple challenge for you to do during the day, but I understand that today's challenge was to work on one limiting belief. And usually when it's a mind work, it's tricky because you don't know obviously how to do it. So that's why we decided to do this live so we can do it together. I will guide you through this exercise because limiting beliefs are things that stop us to achieving whatever goal we have. So with that said, let's go a little bit and talk about what a limiting belief is, just in case you have never heard about it. And a limiting belief is something, it's a thought that you have repeated so often that it feels like it is true. You keep repeating that thought so many times without you even noticing. Like you have so many thoughts during your day, and sometimes you don't even realize what thought you are having. You don't realize like what it's in your head, and you don't realize how it's making you feel. And I teach something that's called a triangle, and that is that first you have a thought, and after you have a thought, you're gonna have an emotion. You're gonna feel something according to that thought that you had. And that action, that emotion will take you to the third corner, which is the action that you will take. And because of that action that you took, you're gonna have a thought, and that thought you're gonna have the emotion and the action. And when it next to you know, it's a repeated habit. You are in a repeated, you're in a hamster wheel, and you get so used to it, you are like automatic, and you don't realize where you are. You don't realize that you're repeating a habit, a something in your life. So sometimes it's a limited have, which means it's something that is stopping you for achieving something that you want to do in your life. This might come from your childhood. This might come from culture, depending on what country you are, not just the country, but what part in the country you are. It can come from a past experience, a past failure. But what I want you to know is that this is not true. It feels like the truth, but it's not the truth. So there is this thing. Fortunately, when it comes to mindset and when it comes to our story, there's this thing that you can grow from it. But as long as you have that limiting thought, you can grow into the next version of yourself if you're still dragging these heavy old stories that you have in your head. Like you cannot grow, you cannot be successful because you keep putting these things in your head. So, um, yeah, sorry, I was checking the chat. So anyway, with that said, Um, I want to do this exercise with you, but before, just let me give you an example of what a limiting thought could be. And it's any thought that you have that will stop you from doing something. Like I'm always messing things up. I can't be consistent. I keep putting myself in this situation. I'm not good at sticking to doing things. These are just stories that you keep repeating to yourself that you made as part of your personality or whatever you want to call it, but it's not true. It doesn't have to be truth. And there's a book that says, don't believe everything you say. That is so true. We just so accustomed to repeating ourselves that one situation we made it our story and we don't realize that we can change that for the good. So with that said, I think we can go ahead and go and work with our journal. As I said, I told you to bring some pen and paper so that way you can work. And I'm going to go ahead and do this with you guys. The question number one will be, what is the limit been circling in your mind lately? Um, I've been working on a 30-day I've been working on a 30-day challenge and I've been working with my body and food. And it's so amazing when you ask yourself these type of questions. Like when you ask yourself something, you really put yourself to think. Um, so yeah, go ahead and write down what is one limiting belief that has been circling in your head lately. Write it in one sentence, one quick story. Don't overthink it. Don't overdoubt. Don't doubt yourself. Don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. Can I give you a few seconds? Usually, when we have a thought, we judge that thought and we don't allow ourselves to see it exactly how it is. So, you're not judging. On the contrary, you have to see what's there for you to be able to help yourself or fix it. What limiting belief has been circling lately? I try to put in music in the background. I don't know if you can do it. So now that you did that, let's go with the next. So the next question you're gonna answer yourself is, where did this belief came from? As I mentioned, beliefs come from anywhere. Beliefs come from um, how you were raised, your parents, the culture. It comes from schools, teachers, friends. It comes from a past event that something that happened to you, and this happened. This is an absolute truth about myself. It comes from my ex-partner, a judgment, something that somebody told you. And now take a deep breath and reflect. What is this belief costing you? Question number 3. What is this belief costing you? Maybe it is stopping you from showing up, from loving yourself, from doing what that thing that you want to do. Sometimes we want to do something, health, wellness, a workout, a fix your health with, change your diet, a dream job, a relationship. There's sometimes something that we want to do and we just don't do it because immediately the second we want to do that thing, we have that limiting thought and we stop ourselves. And be very honest with yourself. That's very important. We're not judging here. We are honest with ourselves. If you're new, we're doing a limiting belief exercise. And we are on step number 3, which is asking yourself, how is this has stopped me? Don't forget to take breathe, breath in between. Few more seconds. So now let's go to step number 4, where you are going to choose again. You're going to choose again. But this time you are being intentional, being purposeful about that new belief. So the question is, what's a new belief that you are ready to step into? This could be, I trust my rhythm. I show up even if it's messy. I am self to grow at my pace. I am safe. I already have everything within me. we have to do a mini release visualization. So, if you're ready, you can put your notebook to the side. Okay, so I want you to close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths. Another one. And I want you to imagine yourself holding a piece of paper or grab your journal and you're taking that piece of paper out. The one that you just write is moving page. And it's hand writing. Write. You see it and you feel how heavy it's been. Allow to feel, don't judge. Now, imagine lighting a match gently. You're setting that paper on fire. And as you watch it start attention, watch the ashes rise and repeat. I release this story. I chose freedom. I release this story. I choose freedom. Take one deep breath. You're going to take another deep breath. But when you exhale, let it go. Let that little belief go. Let all of that go. Now move your body a little, just enough to embody the release. Roll your shoulders back, stretch your arms. Hmm. Shake out your hands, and let's do 3 quick exhales together. Forceful fire breath style, where you're going to inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth, like this. And as you do those breathing, you're going to imagine that all the stagnant energy that's been inside of you, it's releasing. and you're making space for the new. So take a deep breath. So now we're gonna go to the part where we choose your intention and doing our affirmation. With your eyes closed. So I want you to speak your new belief out loud, even if it's just a whisper. But when you say things, you let things come out of your mouth, the vibration, the energy release is stronger, more powerful, and you're gonna let it leave your body. Let it become your new truth. You're going to repeat after me. I am worthy of belief that match who I am. It is safe to feel. It is safe. to feel. You have just done a deep, powerful no. And before we finish, I want you to imagine what else is possible for you when you choose differently. And really gotta take a deep breath. One last one. And you can open your eyes. Now you could also take this time if you want to reflect, can journal, or after you finish this, you can also sit down and journal and reflect about today's exercise and how this visualization work went for you. And not just that, but like, how do you feel now? Because obviously, when you release all that and you embody a new energy, you're going to obviously feel something new, something new. And it's very important that we take notice of all of those emotions, whether they're the bad ones or in this case, the good ones, the new ones that you're embracing. So that way you can make sure that you're always working on having those. So yeah, I hope that was helpful. Um, I remember I used to do this a lot, especially for the Sundays um, goal setting. And we're going to go back to that as well. We're going to be going live every Sunday in the mornings to do our energy reading for the week. We read the cards, we select the energy, we reflect about the week that passed, and we set the intentions for the week to come. So, yeah, thank you all for being here. Don't forget to share with us if you want to leave a comment and share your limiting belief and or your new belief. Feel free to share that out down below. Also, you can share your experience and tag us at My Wellness Elixir on Instagram, Facebook. I'm really looking forward to see your stories and see how this little session help you, so that way we can see if we can do more of this more often. And let this be your reminder that healing doesn't have to be heavy or complicated. So anyway, thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.